What's good, everybody? It's been a long, long off season, full of fun, full of ups, downs, craziness. But the outcome, great. The Baltimore Ravens signed Lamar Jackson to the highest paid contract in NFL history, matching it with the highest paid signing bonus in NFL history, 75 million. And he did it all without an agent. People, welcome to another episode of Livin Big with Big Regg, where we talk sports, life, and positivity. We live big, we love big. Now let's get into this. Now this offseason has been a tumultuous one. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of zigs, a lot of zags. But the Baltimore Ravens wouldn't have it any other way. In the midst of everything, we sign our franchise quarterback. He's here for another 5 years, possibly longer. I believe the deal will be reworked in 3 years. We'll see if that comes true. Either way, Lamar Jackson is the highest paid QB in the NFL as of right now. On top of that, the rebuild of our wide receiver room began with the signing of Nelson Aguilar, and then the signing of OBJ, and the drafting of Zay Flowers. What a move by the Ravens. And they topped it off by doing what I felt was pretty well in the draft. My second favorite draft pick they had was cornerback Caillou Blue Kelly, a physical corner who likes to get in your face, can play man and zone coverage. A bit slow for some of that NFL speed, but his technique is very, very good. He will be a problem in the NFL for years to come. The Baltimore Ravens also drafted what many thought was to be the replacement of Patrick Queen, inside linebacker Trenton Simpson. The thing most don't know is he's not just an inside linebacker. He's a hybrid player. He plays a little bit of cornerback, a little bit of safety, and he's down on the line ready to rush and do whatever you need of him. Now, in the process of making this pick, I felt they had a guy that could come in and play some nickel, not necessarily take PQ off the field, but add more speed and power onto the field at the same time. Now, they did not pick up PQ's fifth-year option, but the fifth-year option has become very expensive for a lot of players that are not QBs. And a lot of time these players are, as much as I hate to say it, replaceable. Now, will they re-sign PQ to a longer deal? Who knows? I hope so. PQ is a good player. He got better with Roquan Smith there. But how much better can he get from where he is now? I guess this season to tell, unless they make a trade for, say, a Chase Young from Washington, or if you want to go back to receiver, DeAndre Hopkins or Mike Evans. Now, another offensive addition would be great for the Ravens because it would make this offense look more towards unstoppable. Whereas right now, I currently feel the wide receiver room, even the brand new one, is ranked towards the bottom half of the league. Now, it's not to say that they're bad wide receivers, but it's to say that the two of the top ones are coming back from injuries. OBJ coming back from double surgery on the same ACL. Zay Flowers, we don't know what the NFL brings for him yet. So we'll have to see where it goes from there. But it can be a dangerous room to come. Now this defense, one of the big questions that's been missing is who's going to be the starting corner across from Marlon Humphrey. Well, we may have our answer as the Baltimore Ravens signed cornerback Rocky Ascent. Now he played for the Raiders, I believe with another team out there, can't quite remember. But he only has 2 career interceptions, but he is supposed to be a big, physical, feisty corner who plays press man coverage, which is similar to what Marlon Humphrey does. Now, can he bring that same shutdown mentality on the opposite side? We'll have to wait and see. But I don't think he was necessarily a pickup that was needed. Caillou Blue Kelly, as I mentioned earlier, very good cornerback. I think he's going to make a bigger impact this season than people realize. Also, you have Pepe Williams and Jalen Armour Davis. So we'll see what those guys do with another year under their belts and growing. Brandon Stevens, hopefully he can mature into something good as well. My vote, bring back MP Juice Man. Yeah, last year he was MP Waterboy, but that was coming off of a bad knee injury. Didn't quite have the burst. Now, I know he was losing a step. He was a step slower, tad bit slower. But maybe, after being fully healed, he can come back and he'll still have that little extra pep he needed that he didn't have last year to get in place for those interceptions when he's taking those chances. Because at the end of the day, he's a turnover machine. The guy creates problems for the offense. And that's what you want in a cornerback. And I welcome it. You want to bring back MP? Bring him back. As far as the D-line goes, a lot of young guys. It's time for those young studs to step up. Travis Jones, Matabike, all those guys. It's time for them to get up, go, and get after the quarterback. Hopefully Ojabo can step up now as well. He's going to have his first full offseason under his belt, come back 100%. And we've seen in his limited play, he did get a strip sack. Can he multiply that? Can he come in and rush the passer? I hope so. And Odafe Owe, another guy. It's his time. We need you to show us something, Odafe. You've been playing hard, and you earned the nickname No Dafe Slow Way, because the hardest playing you've been doing is eating the grass because of offensive linemen. But I'll let that slide, as long as you make up for it by coming out, showing up, and showing up. Now let's get this pass rush together. We also drafted a young guy. We'll see what he can do. Hasn't played much football, but maybe he can bring a little bit of juice, because he does play hard. And he plays through the whistle. That kinda seems to be the theme of this draft, including the 2 offensive linemen we got late in the draft. Everybody plays hard, they're feisty, they play through the whistle. No dead plays, no time off, just pure hustle. Dog. Something we've been missing in Baltimore for quite a while, but it'd be good to see it back around. Like I said, it's been a crazy offseason, but we got a good season ahead of us and a lot of hope, and maybe a championship. Baltimore Ravens, you're looking good. Now I want to take this time, shout out my daughter Aaliyah and Lola. Aaliyah had surgery today. Everything's good. She did great. I'm proud of her. I love you. I love both of y'all. Now, I want to shout out my subs. Thank y'all for every time you show up to a video and you hit that like button and you share and you subscribe. I appreciate you. Now, y'all, have a blessed day. Stay blessed. Peace.